Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Rams are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Vikings, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. First carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
3 down. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Here we go. 3-19.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. A good pickup there, a 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll give to Elliott, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunt, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw on second down. Strickland. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, he used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, and
on 1st and 10, Strickland. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic abandon the playbook and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strickland being chased out left. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll make it 13-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's got room. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Back nine in Philly, here we go.
To throw on 2nd down, Strickland. And this is caught at the end. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a second down and 5 here to start things out. The play clock's running down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Back to the ground with Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. throw here. And this is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Looking to throw on second down. Strickland. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. Third down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go. Go! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney.
On third down, Strickland. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. With it is Brown, and he goes out right around the 39. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
the gun now on third down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the gun, Strickland. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
Hey. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed. No. Check. Patriot.
Operating from the gun. Strickland. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Gun. Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
First down, Strickland. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on second down, Strickland. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Strickland. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He's going to air one out. They've got his man complete. A huge play that time for the Rams. And even 40 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw on second down. Strickland. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Gun. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, over.
To throw on second down. Strickland. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Over. All right, here we go. Back there to that Philly. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Strickland. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Strickland, and he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
All right, here we go. Now, check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Strickland. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Robert Quinn with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This will be, 38 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Let's stop. Let's stop.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Here we go now.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing on first down. Strickland. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. To throw on second down. Strickland. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Strickland. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Let's go, Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught. Safarian-Jenkins, right side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. To throw now on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's the backup Smith. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Off the play fake. Strickland. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run again with Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They run again with Hunt. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The give is to Elliott. He's got room to run past the 20. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. On first down, Smith. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. On second down, here's Smith. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
A toss play to Hunt. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Strickland. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Here we go. Leopard. Watching now, Barney.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Green. Watching now, Barney.
This is Hunt. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for L.A., they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.